Chapter 1. Society in Transition. To be human is to engage in relationships with others and with the world. It is to experience that world as an objective reality, independent of oneself, capable of being known. Animals submerged within reality cannot relate to it. They are creatures of mere contacts. But man's separateness from and openness to the world distinguishes him as being of relationships. Men, unlike animals, are not only in the world, but with the world. Human relationships with the world are plural in nature. Whether facing widely different challenges of the environment or the same challenge, men are not limited to a single reaction pattern. They organize themselves, choose the best response, test themselves, act, and change in the very act of responding. They do all this consciously, as one uses a tool to deal with a problem. Men relate to their world in a critical way. They apprehend the objective data of their reality, as well as the ties that link one datum to another, through reflection, not by reflex, as do animals. And in the act of critical perception, men discover their own temporality. Transcending a single dimension, they reach back to yesterday, recognize today, and come upon tomorrow. The dimensionality of time is one of the fundamental discoveries in the history of human culture. In illiterate cultures, the weight of apparently limitless time hindered people from reaching that consciousness of temporality, and thereby achieving a sense of their historical nature. A cat has no historicity. His inability to emerge from time submerges him in a totally one-dimensional today, of which he has no consciousness. Men exist in time. They are inside, they are outside, they inherit, they incorporate, they modify. Men are not imprisoned within a permanent today. They emerge and become temporalized. As men emerge from time, discover temporality, and free themselves from today, their relations with the world become impregnated with consequence. The normal role of human beings in and with the world is not a passive one, because they are not limited to the natural or biological sphere, but participate in the creative dimension as well. Men can intervene in reality in order to change it. Inheriting acquired experience, creating and recreating, integrating themselves into their context, responding to its challenges, objectifying themselves, discerning, transcending, men enter into the domain which is theirs exclusively, that of history and of culture. Integration with one's context, as distinguished from adaptation, is a distinctively human activity. Integration results from the capacity to adapt oneself to reality, plus the critical capacity to make choices and to transform that reality. To the extent that man loses his ability to make choices and is subjected to the choices of others, to the extent that his decisions are no longer his own because they result from external prescriptions, he is no longer integrated. Rather, he has adapted. He has adjusted. Unpliant men with a revolutionary spirit are often termed maladjusted. The integrated person is person as subject. In contrast, the adaptive person is person as object, adaptation representing at most a weak form of self-defense. If man is incapable of changing reality, he adjusts himself instead. Adaptation is behavior characteristic of the animal sphere. Exhibited by man, it is symptomatic of his dehumanization. Throughout history, men have attempted to overcome the factors which make them accommodate or adjust, in a struggle constantly threatened by oppression, to attain their full humanity. As men relate to the world by responding to the challenges of the environment, they begin to dynamize, to master, and to humanize reality. They add to it something of their own making, by giving temporal meaning to geographic space, by creating culture. This interplay of men's relations with the world and with their fellows does not permit societal or cultural immobility, except in cases of repressive power. As men create, recreate, and decide, historical epics begin to take shape. And it is by creating, recreating, and deciding that men should participate in these epics.